tell us, how did fishing shape this nation, United States?
Well, it did in so many ways, and still fishing is such a big part of our economy even today. It's a big industry. And I'll tell you a little bit how fishing shaped our lives is that, I don't know if you realize this, but while my father was building a duck call and trying to sell it everywhere, he was a commercial fisherman. So he has a master's degree from Louisiana Tech. Somebody asked me, did he play with Terry Bradshaw? He did. He was the starter. He gave up his spot and went on to chase ducks, and Bradshaw did his thing. It all worked out for both of them. Took that a little bit longer for his to work out. And then he moved down on the river. When he kind of left this wild lifestyle, he ended up moving down to the river and he fished. I mean, that's what we did. So Jason and I, we were kids. We filled socks full of rotten cheese. I'm sure you've all done that, to hang in hoop nets to attract catfish, and we did all that. Then as the fish would come in, Mom and I would take them to town to sell them. And so there was about 3 fish markets that we tried to hit and just see if they would take them. Now these fish are not cleaned, they're in tubs, and we had catfish and buffalo and then some trash fish that we tried to get rid of. And then if they didn't sell there, we had to go in the neighborhoods. We set up on the corners and put signs up, and we sat there and tried to sell those fish. And so that's how I kind of became the business guy. Because I'm going to tell you something, on an August day, and if it's 100 degrees in Louisiana, if you can sell somebody an unclean German cart, you can sell anything. Okay? That's a job. And we didn't call them carp. We called them golden buffalo. The sweet fish of the Ouachita River. You want one of those golden buffalo. So, and as far as this country, we go back. Bill Dole's here. He co-wrote the book with me. Give this guy a hand. The deep researcher that he is. We came up with these stories, and I flew in from New Orleans, and the lady was interviewing me. She was a local reporter, and right at the end she says, "Y'all need to read this book. It's like a history book that you'll take a test on." And I went, "Wait a minute, that's a horrible way to describe this book. It's not a history book you have to take a test on." But what history can be boring, or it can be the coolest thing ever. So what we did was pull out stories, much like Duck Dynasty. It's about telling a story, right? Television is just telling stories, and music is like telling stories. And so with this one, we pulled out interesting stories about fishing that we thought were fascinating. And so all the way back to before, I mean, as the American settlers were showing up, fish started playing a vital role in this country. And then we pulled out stories all throughout, from George Washington to the president.